story.
Right here. That place right here in front of us.
Down in this area right here. Yeah.
You said Naboth's vineyard, right?
Right.
Okay, I thought I was going to be third, but I'll let you go. Now, King Ahab was the most wicked of all the Israelite kings who came before him. He was worse because his wife Jezebel encouraged him to do evil. And the worst of it was that they were worshiping the Baal idol like the pagan people that didn't even know the Lord. Well, there was a man named Naboth who had a vineyard that was right next to the king's palace. One day Ahab said to Naboth, "I want your vineyard for a vegetable garden. I'll give you a better vineyard in exchange for it. Or, if you don't want that, then I'll pay you fair market price for it." Naboth responded, "God forbid, this vineyard has been in our family for generations. There's no way I could sell it." Well, the king went back to his palace in a very bad mood. He laid down on his bed, turned his face to the wall, and wouldn't even eat food. Well, when Jezebel heard about it, Queen Jezebel, his wife, she came in and she said, "What's wrong with you? How come you're so upset that you won't even eat?" So he told her the whole thing about Naboth and the vineyard. And she said, "You're the king. Don't you know you can do anything you want to do?" She said, "Don't worry about it. You get up and get something to eat, and I'll take care of this for you." So, Jezebel, Queen Jezebel, wrote letters in the king's name and signed them with the king's seal and sent them to the town fathers. And this is what the letters said. "Call a town meeting, take this man Naboth and put him out in front, and get two scoundrels to come and accuse him of blasphemy. And then take him out and stone him with stones until he dies." Well, when the town fathers got the letters, they did exactly what Jezebel had said. They called a town meeting, they put Naboth right out in the front, and they got two men to come in, both liars, and they said, "We heard this man curse God and the king." And then they took Naboth outside of the town, the elders did, the town fathers, and they stoned him with stones until he was dead. And then they sent a message to Queen Jezebel, "Naboth is dead." She hurried in to see Ahab with the good news. She said, "Remember that vineyard that you wanted? You can have it now, because Naboth is no longer alive. He is dead." So Ahab hurried out to take possession of the vineyard. Right at the same time, God spoke to the prophet Elijah. And he said, "I want you to go speak to Ahab. He's in the vineyard that belonged to Naboth. He's taken possession of it for himself. And you say to him, 'Wasn't it enough that you murdered? You also have to steal? In the same place where Naboth died, you're going to die. In the same place where the dogs licked his blood, they're going to lick your blood.'" So when King Ahab saw Elijah coming, he said, "Well, my enemy has tracked me down." Elijah, the prophet, said, "I tracked you down because you've completely sold out to do evil in the sight of the Lord." And he said, "I have a word from the Lord for you. This is what the Lord says. I am very angry because you have led my people into sin. And I'm going to bring disaster on you, and I'm going to destroy your family. We're going to start with Jezebel. The dogs are going to eat her. And then all your family are going to be eliminated from the earth. Every single one of them. Those who die in the city will be eaten by dogs. They won't be buried. Those who die in the countryside, they'll be eaten by vultures. They won't be buried either. Well, when King Ahab heard this, he tore his robes and he put on sackcloth and he began to weep and to mourn and to fast. And God saw that. And God said to Elijah, you see how Ahab has humbled himself? Yeah. Because he did that, I won't do this while he's alive, but everything I said will happen when his son becomes king.